work. All right, we're live. Let me just take off my glasses. Let me get this shared out so we can get people in. Hope this works. We'll just make it say, Awesome. Now we're going to have questions. I'll be taking questions for like 15, 20 minutes. Just a little bit. I've got school tomorrow, so I've got to, go to sleep at a somewhat reasonable time. Stupid sweater's in the way. But today was a huge win for the Yankees. 3 out of 4 wins. They win 7-1. Cole didn't look great. Stuff wasn't the greatest, obviously, but he gave you 5 innings of 1-run ball. And Michael King went out there, gave you 3 runs scoreless. And then Salamano made it interesting, but Chapman came in and got 2 quick strikeouts. He didn't really mess around, none of that. He didn't go to full counts. He didn't walk anyone. He didn't whip any hits. He just came in. He was throwing strikes, and he would break off a nasty breaking ball or nasty off speed with the splitter or a nasty slider, and he would get the job done. Shoot away questions. There really isn't much to talk about the game. It's Baltimore. Obviously, you like to see Gallo hitting better. You like to see Judge hitting a home run, Stanton hitting a home run, Voit hitting a home run. Gallo's looked a lot better as of late, which is good to see. I think he has like a 930-something OPS in his last 9 games. So you hope, that's a sign of what's to come because he has really struggled here, and I just want him to do better. Oh, my guy, Acuna Troll. I love this guy. Follow him on Twitter, please. He's a great, genuinely, like a great guy. And he's funny too. So great guy, funny, just no reason not to follow him. So yeah, shout out to my guy in the chat. But if you have questions, Yankees, it doesn't have to be Yankees. It could be anything about baseball. And I'm willing to answer. Watching the Mets game in the background because, Javi Baez just went deep, and I'm a big I like Javi Baez, so, how I feel. Who do you think the Yankees could get out of Correa, Baez, Story, Simeon, or Seager? I kind of want Baez. Just tying it right into what I was talking about just now. Great question. I think Correa is the best player out of them, obviously. Big Correa guy. Best shortstop in the market. I think the realistic guy is Trevor Story. I feel like he's just kind of always been a Yankee target, and I think he'll be a Yankee. Baez feels like a Met. I just feel like he's going to stay a Met, but I would love him at shortstop. I think he's a phenomenal player. And I think he really does a lot of things that the Yankees could use. He hits for power, great speed, all those things. And yeah, Baez would be fun also because it would be really funny to see the media really just try to wrap their head around the Yankees getting another strikeout guy when, all that matters is being able to hit right-handed and left-handed pitching. My bad. But yeah, I would say Correa is my favorite target. Story's the most likely, and then Baez is a wild card, but I think he stays a Met. Seaman is interesting, but he doesn't play great defense at shortstop, so that's definitely something to look out for. Seager doesn't play great defense at shortstop, though I do think he could just slide over to third base in a few years. And that kind of addresses all 5 of them. So yeah, thank you for the question. It's a great question, and I love to talk about stuff like that. Where's Torres going? When is Torres going to Korea? Look, I know the defense has looked really bad, and trust me, I get that. But I do think he's going to turn it around offensively this year, towards the end of the season and the next season. I really do think he's a better hitter than this. I think he's a 117, 120 WRC plus kind of hitter. He's a butcher. An absolute butcher at second base and shortstop. So that's definitely concerning, but that's just how I feel. I just think he's a good hitter. Maybe the defense isn't there, but he can certainly hit. I think you build up his value for a season, and then you try to trade him after. Respect. Let's put a little bit of respect on Gleyber, just a little bit. I think he's better than. I think he's better than like a terrible baseball player. I think we're kind of going through what we went through with Sanchez in 2018, and I just want to confirm this because I have terrible memory. In 2018, Gary Sanchez was 25 years old. This year, not Gary. This year, Gleyber is 24. So it's hard to believe that Gleyber is just going to suck forever. And if that does happen, oh, well, you really can't, you can't do anything about that. It just kind of sucks, I guess. It sucks if he just continues to suck. Can I give a shout out to Swagamoose? I feel like this is going to end really poorly if I do. And it's maybe I'm overthinking it. I guess I kind of just did by saying his name. So, Yeah, but I feel like it's going to end pretty poor. I don't know. I feel like I'm going to get trolled here. Who has a higher chance of going to Korea, Gio or Torres? I would say Gio. He's older. The market for him is definitely going to be a lot smaller than Glaber. I think a team like not the Giants, like the Tigers would say, yeah, Glaber Torres, you're going to sell on him, yeah, give him to us. I don't think a team like the Tigers say, oh, Gio Urshela, sell him low, yeah, give him to us. I think the intrigue would be higher on a Glaber on a buy low type of contract. I think Correa doesn't want to come here. Story has elbow issues. We should only sign if he was 1,000% elbow snap. So he'll probably get extended. I think Baez and Seager are in play. All right. So that's interesting. I don't know about if I can't say Correa does or doesn't want to come here, because if Correa just is offered the bag by the Yankees, why would he not want to come here? That's just my take on it. Like, if you're offered $300 million and no other team is offering $300 million, you're taking the $300 million. That's just how I see it. Story has an elbow issue. Yeah, that's true. He does have elbow issues right now. We should only sign him as 1,000% sure. 100% agree. If the medicals don't look great, don't sign him. If he doesn't want to take an MRI or anything, don't sign him. I wouldn't take that risk either if I don't know how his elbow is. Simeon, yeah, I think he gets extended as well. I think they let go. Actually, am I that sure? No, but I'm not sure he's going to be a Yankee. Baez and Seager are in play. I would say Baez is a higher percentage of being extended by the Mets than Simeon does of being extended by the Blue Jays. So I would say that if you're going to say that Simeon will get extended, I think you have to say the same for Baez. And then for Seager, I think it's either Story or Seager for the Yankees. If I give you my prediction, Seager's makes sense in the sense that you can just move him to third base after because Volpe is coming up, or Volpe. I'm figuring out how to pronounce it. And you have Peraza. You have definitely a bunch of options coming up over the next 2 to 3 years. What's my view on Volpe's future with the team? I think he's gonna be a starting shortstop in 2 years. I think he's just he's incredible, man. He's incredible. He's a phenomenal talent. He's supposed to be a great defender, great hitter, great speed. Everything about him is just, oh God, it's beautiful. It's just gorgeous. Simeon's probably a top 2 shortstop on offense from this free agent class. Only problem is his defense. I would say he could be the best hitter in the shortstop class. And I'll say, yeah, the only problem is his defense, So, yeah. I just feel like the Tigers would match our offer, if not beat it. They're a young team with tons of money to spend, and they have Hinch too. They're hungry, and that scares me. We're the New York Yankees. They're the Detroit Tigers. No offense to the city of Detroit. We just have more money. Like, that's just true. We just have more money. Like, that's just objectively true. We have more money to spend. We can give them more money. So, I don't think you can get outbid by the Tigers unless they give you like $350 or $400 million. And yeah, obviously the Yankees can get outbid there. But I don't think the Tigers can say, here's $300 million over 10 years, come to us. I think they'll say, here's like $270 million or $250 million over, 9 seasons, come play for us. The Yankees will be like, $300 million, 10 years. That's something I can see. That's how I see those negotiations. Cole may not have wanted to be like, let's say, a Dodger. I'm not sure. I will never know. The whole talk was he wanted to be in LA. The Yankees offered him $326 million, and all he hears that all he wanted to do is be a Yankee because all that matters really is money. And I think the Yankees have it. Volpe grew up in Jersey, a Yankee fan next to Derek Jeter. Absolutely. I hate to put these lofty expectations. But he does scream next Jeter, like captain kind of thing, leader, all that stuff. He just screams it. So I'm super excited to watch him play when he comes up. What about a guy like Mondesi to come in and be in stopgap? I think Mondesi is a phenomenal defender, very injury prone, which is definitely an issue. I don't care about the plate discipline because he's a good hitter, or he's not. I'm not bringing him in here to be like a 100 WRC plus hitter. I'm bringing him in here to be 90 WRC plus, good speed, great defense, play every single day. Not play every single day, but just play games. I wouldn't hate it. I just don't think it's very likely based on when I tweeted it out. I was like, hey, Royals fans, give me a hand here. Is Mondesi going to get traded? Do you think he gets traded? And the overwhelming answer was no. So I think that's where we land here. Better defender too. I need it. Better defender than who? And in reference to who? That a little confused there. Yeah, you should get him. You should get like a Volpe card, like a rookie card, like right now. If you probably bought it, if you bought one before this season, you're gonna sell it for insane amount of money in like 4 years. So yeah, it's like go out and if the price is still pretty low, please, man. Saw your tweets using Steve projections. What makes it better than Zips or others? It's just more accurate. Like it's R squared. Its correlation with WRC plus, next year WRC plus, or like, future WRC plus is just significantly better. Not significantly, but it's better enough that you use it because it's the better metric. So yeah, that's why I use Steamer. How do you fix the bullpen? Loizaga gets healthy. That's how you fix the bullpen. And you give Chad Green some days off. So Chad Green shouldn't pitch tomorrow either. He should get this entire Baltimore series off. That's my thought process. Give him the entire Baltimore series off and let him rest. Talking about Volpe. Oh, yes, of course. Now, I don't know. I can't guarantee that Volpe is better than Jeter. That's obviously a difficult question to ask. I mean, I know, the 162, negative 162 defensive run save thing with Jeter. I get it. But we can't say anything about Volpe's defense until he's here, right? I can say he has good tools, but I can't tell you he's a good defender in the major league level because he hasn't gotten here yet. So, yeah. I hope I answered both of those questions decently about, or all three of those about, Steamer, bullpen, and Volpe versus Jeter, because it kind of breezed through them. What do you do with the bullpen this offseason? Move any of the heavy money and just try to get a guy, just one guy. Decent arm, nothing crazy. I'm not talking about Raciel Iglesias, who's elite. I'm talking like low leverage. Let me just pull up an MLB free agent sports tracker, and I can literally just go to relievers and just tell you one right now. So relief pitchers, boom, boom. And give me Mike Gibbons. Give me Mike Gibbons. That works for me. How about, How about if you want to just go, Yimi Garcia could be decent. I don't know. Anyone cheap, dude. Just anyone cheap. Anyone who's not going to cost too much. TJ McFarland, that could be a great option. There are definitely cheap guys. Jesus, sorry, 375. That tells you, man. Dude, wow. Imagine buying one like last year. You would have made an insane amount of money. That's why, you could make money off of just knowing, off of just being a great scouting evaluator or prospect evaluator, because you could just pick up player cards for guys while it's still cheap and go make a ton of money. So go ahead and do that. Research that. That'd be pretty cool if you can make money doing that. Do you think we get a true second starter? Depends on Severino's health. I don't know if I feel like with the entire offseason of being healthy, Severino should be able to come back and be a number 2. Now, I think they should get a dependable guy who can eat innings. Let's just go into the free agent tracker and let's just get you some options. Obviously, you'll think of the top guys, Gosman, Stroman, big time arms. It's Ray. I guess Gosman and Ray is a little more comparable than Gosman and Stroman. But Stroman's had a good year, so I would say, Let me look at how Eduardo Nunez is doing it. Not Eduardo Nunez. Eduardo Escobar. I know not Escobar. Jesus. Rodriguez. I know he's gotten super unlucky this year. He could be an option, but I don't think he could come over from Boston here. That feels kind of rough. I just don't see that happening. And so, I couldn't see that happening too much. Descalfani is definitely a solid option. Just guys who eat innings. I'm just cool with that. Problem with the first Bowman stuff is it's being used so much. You can afford a nice Acuna card for the same price. They're cheaper. It makes no sense. Dude, if I would have read, because you see, my problem is I didn't read your name at first for some reason. I don't have my glasses on. You know way more about buying cards than I do. I'm not going to give you advice about buying cards. Dude, my bad. It's like, let me give you advice. Let me give you someone who knows way more about cards than I do. I can totally see what you're talking about, though. I just see buying cards like investing in stocks or something like that. That's just how I see it. Just put in something, value goes up, sell it, make a profit. If just money advice, money sitting in your bank is money that's losing value. Cash just sitting around is money that's losing value. Invest. Trust me. What about Mad Max on the Yankees? I don't think he comes here. I don't see why the Dodgers just wouldn't extend him. They got money. Same thing. That answers, I guess, the next question. Scherzer on a 1-year deal. They just have money. I don't see why the Dodgers would let him go. It just feels really dumb for the Dodgers to not bring him back, considering he's their best pitcher. So, yeah. You're good. It's just the crazy prices on guys who haven't played in the bigs yet. I get that too. It's probably crazy to think, you probably spent $375, let's say right now, on Volpe. this isn't like stocks exactly in the sense that like stocks are generally always rising. Like the stock market gradually over 2 or 3 years is going to go up. Even in recessions, you go over a 10-year span, the stock market goes up. It's just wise to keep your money in stocks. If you're seeing a recession, a small little regression to, in stocks, if you keep it in there, usually you can wait it out and it'll bring back its value, unless it's like a really volatile one. But if you put it in like the top 25 companies to invest in, you're fine. But yeah, with players like Volpe, it's different because there's no guarantee that he's going to get better. There's no guarantee that he's going to continue this. There's no guarantee of any of those things. So, I wouldn't personally put money on 375 on Volpe right now, unless you really have that money to spend, because you're really taking a gamble. And I do believe in Volpe as well. I don't know. I don't like putting my money where my mouth is in terms of like prospect evaluation, because I don't like spending my money like that. I like putting my money into things I want to put it into, like food or the new Pokemon games, or a Switch or a new microphone, or headphones or a new charger, because my charger freaking sucks for my phone. Scherzer's expressed he doesn't want to play for the Yankees anyways. Correct. Known investor Ryan. I've watched way too many cryptocurrency videos over like the last month and a half. Ever since I got this gig with Fireside Yankees, I've been just knee deep in stuff like that because I'm trying to figure out how to invest my money. Cryptocurrency. Yep. I'm big. I'm going to get big investing guy. My investing advice probably sucks. Just regurgitating what I've remembered from like 3 a.m. in LA, watching videos. Scherzer was coming to Atlanta. Trust. Honestly, if Scherzer went to Atlanta, I think the Braves really need to put money into that one piece. I think they have a good foundation in terms of starting pitching with Max Fried, Charlie Morton. I think they can figure it out elsewhere. Husker Yanoa, good pitcher as well. That's 3 guys right there that I think is a good 1 through 3. You put Scherzer in there, you move everyone down a spot, and you figure it out with the 5 spot. Ian Anderson, obviously, great fit. Soroka could work there. You have options. So I don't think you can rely on Soroka. So you maybe go Scherzer 1-year deal, mega deal. 1 year, $30 million, something crazy like that. 2 years, $60 million, something crazy like that. And you would just be set for such a long time. If the Yankees get a shortstop and keep Gleyber at second base, and we also keep Gleyber for DJ for a corner spot, what do we do with the other corner spot? Resign Rizzo, keep Gio, keep Rizzo, keep Voit. I think I got it. Yeah. Trade for someone else. I would say, realistically, I think you move, you move Gio, you get the shortstop, you put DJ at third, you put Gleyber at second, and you put Voit either at first, and you DH Stanton, and you get an outfielder, or you can go out and you can, get like a guy like you can re-sign Rizzo if you want. I wouldn't do it. I don't like putting money into the first base position because I think that's his position where you can't provide a lot of defensive value, so it's all offensive. And Rizzo hasn't posted any offensive numbers in a while, so I would say putting my money in Voit at DH or Voit at first, and then getting a great bat, or just get the best like left-handed hitter you can find on the market. Or you can, if the Yankees somehow luck into trying to get a guy like Matt Olson, obviously, I just don't see it happening. Yeah. If they sign a shortstop, it's going to be Gio. That tells me that looking to try to get rid of Gio at this point. That's just how it's, they see him as the shortstop option for now. So, yeah. Rip Mets, man. That was a terrible. Oh, Jesus Christ! Wow, that is a terrible break. Pilar's breaking for home. Did it on first. That's unfortunate. We're hitting around the 20-minute mark, so I'm probably gonna call it off here because I gotta go to sleep soon. That bed's calling. I'm pretty tired, and I'd like to get some sleep. Tomorrow I don't. Tomorrow, because Thursday is Rosh Hashanah, I don't have school Thursday. I can stay up pretty late Wednesday, though. I can stay up pretty late Wednesday, so we can have a really late live. Ian Anderson is my guy. He played for my team I'm playing for right now, the CPH Gators. Also played for my varsity team in my district, which is Shen. I live in Clifton Park. So did he. That's really cool. I didn't know that. I know Ian Anderson's a New York guy, but that's awesome, man. Dude, if you still play, and also play for the varsity team for my district, which is Shen. All right, so what I was going to say was, dude, that's awesome. I hope you have a great season this year. I don't know if you have a fall season or a spring season, but whichever. Hope you have a great year, man. Playing baseball is a privilege. It's great. Trust me, dude. Like it's awesome, and it's great to see you playing. And so did Kevin Herter. Yes, it's another thing. Atlanta Hawks. I think he's the forward or the guard. I can't remember. Hate the Hawks a little bit because they knocked the Knicks out of the playoffs. So not a big Hawks guy. But dude, good luck on your season, man. That's a really cool story to know that you played for the same team as Ian Anderson and Kevin Herter. Is it Herter or Hooter? Can't remember. Also, good night, man. Acuna Troll, I'll see you. Good night. But with that being said, we'll cap it off there. That's a great story right there. Just a phenomenal story. I'll see you guys tomorrow night. Thank you for stopping by. I love you guys a lot. I'll see you out. Yeah, they were best friends. Or at least they play on the same team. And now, yeah, they do play for Atlanta. Great. It's a funny coincidence. Both play in New York and go to Atlanta. And now both guys are really hated by New York fans. Like if you're a Mets-Knicks fan, I'm a Yankees-Knicks fan, but if you're a Mets-Knicks fan, you probably hate those guys. Like despite both of them. So yeah, I'll be signing off now. I'll see you guys. Ryan out.